Hey, Landon, just kind of curious about what you're expecting as far as crowd noise next week in Missouri. Obviously, it's going to be a smaller crowd than usual, and just how that affects what you're trying to do as an offensive line.
Um, Honestly, I'm not too sure about the percentage of fans that will be in the stadium. I haven't looked into it. I think the biggest thing is we just got to keep doing what we've always done. We've practiced, we have things ready if there is crowd noise and stuff. So there's a plan in place to handle whatever we'll have in that situation.
We'll go over to Ryan Hennessy.
Yeah, Landon, Nick Saban said last night about how you guys are moving to daily testing. I kind of asked DJ the same thing. What confidence do you have going into this week? And it's kind of helps you guys out, giving you guys the capability to test every day, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, testing every day just gives everyone here peace of mind that the people you're going to be around aren't positive and you don't have a chance of spreading it, giving it to everyone else. We're at that point now where, if one guy gets it, then it's you might miss a game or you have people sitting out and missing a lot of time. So it's good to know that now we're testing every day and we can be safe with who all is here.
Over to James Ogletree.
Hey, Landon, a two-parter just about the offensive line and run blocking. Firstly, how difficult is it for you as the center with all the different types of runs that you guys like to do and mix it up? And then I wanted to ask about Carl Tucker as well. What have you seen out of him and what's he going to bring to the offense?
So I've been playing guard and center. So we do have, I mean, I wouldn't call it an extensive playbook, but we have a lot of plays in. My job really is to know, everybody's assignment on the plays and run them how coach wants them to be run. I think it's pretty simple when you look at it from that perspective. Carl's been great coming in. I know it's kind of hard, especially with this COVID thing happening. He's done a great job adjusting. We didn't get to have spring ball. I think he's done a terrific job coming in, filling in the tight end room, giving us another body to practice with. He's been given good reps, good looks, and I think he's done really well overall.
We'll go over to Tony Scalise.
Yeah, we've heard a lot about how Mac Jones has improved this offseason. Is it starting to kind of feel more like his team and, is the confidence around him? What is that like?
I think the biggest thing is no matter who's in at quarterback, they have to be able to control the situation, whether it's, the game situation or the team, whoever's in at that point. And I feel very confident Mac does that every day in practice. So do the other quarterbacks. They do it extremely well. They're very poised and they have a plan.
Over to Cecil Herb. Go ahead, Cecil.
Oh, okay. Hi, Landon. This is Cecil Hurt from the Tuscaloosa News. Was there a point? This is the first time we've gotten to speak with you, and just over the course of the summer or earlier in September, was there a point where you were concerned that there might not be a season when you see the Big Ten canceling? Was there ever a point where you were concerned that there might not be a season for you this year?
I really don't concern myself with things like that. I think the biggest thing was just be where your feet are, like Coach said, like worry about the things you can control and the things, that we could do. For us, that was coming in every day, practicing and preparing like we're going to play a game the next day. And I think that's just kind of how you have to look at situations like this, is just control the things you can control and just be ready at all times.
Now over to Stephen.
Hey, Landon, Stephen Smith of Touchdown Alabama Magazine. We've heard a lot of talk about Will Anderson, an outside linebacker, but any of the other young guys starting to step up?
A lot of the young guys have been doing extremely well, especially in the defensive front seven. Will Anderson, terrific guy, great athlete. He's done a lot of great things in practice. Tim Smith, extremely good person, great player. He's given good effort. Burroughs, Latham, a lot of those young guys are really starting to get adjusted to college. It does take a little time, but I think now they've kind of been in this system for a little bit. We've been practicing, and every day they come out giving good looks, great effort, and I really appreciate that.
Charlie Potter, go ahead.
You talked about adjusting, and last year you kind of came in right before preseason camp started. So just how different is this camp, and how different has it felt for you being now one of the older guys in the room?
It's really not that different. Football at its core doesn't change that much. I mean, it's really just this year's a new team, and that's how every year is. So you have to adjust to that. And for me, it's, this is my 5th year, and I think this was time for me to kind of be an older guy, be a little more vocal, speak up, and, really kind of get this team going for this year.
We'll wrap up with Tyler Waldrop unless there are any other questions.
Hey, I just wanted to ask you about running back Brian Robinson. Just what have you seen out of him the last few weeks? And just what does he seem like personality-wise? And as a leader, does he seem different this year than he was maybe a year ago?
B-Rob's done a great job. He's been a vocal guy, and he comes to practice every day with a great attitude. And not only does he show it when he talks, but he also shows it when he plays. I mean, he runs the ball with a purpose. Every time he gets his hands on it, he's going to make the best of the situation he's given. And I think that's great because the running back room looks really good right now, and we have a lot of great athletes in there that can do a lot of great things.